Hello, and thank you for joining me today on Live with a Purpose. God is the potter, and we are the clay. This is a message that God sent to Jeremiah, the prophet. And we see the word clay used throughout the Bible and pottery. The ancient world used a lot of pottery to make bowls and sauces and plates and cups of all sorts. And oddly enough, this is what we find a lot, mostly in the ancient world through archaeology, broken pieces called ostraca. And people would repurpose these and write notes on it and use them for all kinds of things, but they would break easily, particularly if they didn't have, the proper sand and other ingredients. So when the potter would be making something, a vessel of some sort, and it was still wet, he had the opportunity to remold it if it didn't come out the way he liked, or to do something with it. So it was up to him to do what he needed to do and the way he wanted to do it. Jeremiah 18, here by verse 6, it says, "O house of Israel, can I not do with you as this potter has done, declares the Lord? Behold, like the clay in the potter's hand, so are you in my hand, O house of Israel." God was giving Jeremiah a message. He asked him to go down to the potter's place and watch him work. And he saw the potter using clay and forming a vessel, but it got messed up. So no problem. It's still wet. He redid it. He crushed it up again or whatever he had to do and reformed it. And God is saying this is what he does. He does this with us. He does this with the nations. He does this with his own people. If we need reworking, if we need change, if God needs us to do something for his glory, he's going to send us in that direction. If he needs to put the pressure on, he's going to do so. His work must continue. Elsewhere in Isaiah, it says that the clay is talking back to the potter. And it's saying, who are you? Right? After it's already made, it looks back and says, you didn't make me. I don't remember seeing you. We take advantage many times and we forget that we are serving at God's pleasure. And it is the Lord who has formed us. It is the Lord, the Spirit of God, who has made us alive for his purposes, ultimately to be in relationship with him, to be in his realm, in his family. And we must recognize our place in the timeline, in history. We must recognize that he is the creator and we are finite. We think we're great, but we're not. And as soon as we get sick or we get hurt, we realize we're not as strong. We're not as big and bad as we thought we were. These are little reminders of our place. And if we know our place and we know that he is a good potter, that he is a good God, we can have confidence that whatever he wants for us is the best. And we should just trust him, since he is the one that's made us in the first place. He's the one that wants to bring us to eternity. Give him a chance. Let him do what he needs to do with you this week. Thank you for joining me today on Live with a